on behalf of the group which organizes the Stolperstein here in Berlin. There are hundreds of volunteers who help you to lay your stones. I'm just one of the many, and two of my colleagues are behind. You know the name Gunter Demnig? Gunter Demnig is the artist who had the idea for the Stolperstein. They are designed. You know the word Stolperstein means stumbling stone, something that you trip over. That's not the idea. The idea is that you bend over, you bow to read the name on the stone. So you show your respect by bowing or going down on your knees to read what is on the stones. There are Stolpersteine in 27 countries, not just in Germany. In Holland, in France, in Italy, in Hungary, in Poland, in all the countries where the German Wehrmacht was, there are Stolpersteine, all organized by volunteers. But for you, you come here to commemorate your families. And this has two aspects. Most important, you are bringing your families symbolically back home. For you particularly, this is home. Some people would say you have found a place for their souls to come to rest. So they have peace. And you have peace of mind. But you are also making a statement. You are saying this may never happen again. Yeah? I would like to read something which an Australian family gave me a few months ago. They wrote, "The Stolpersteine are challenging. They are brief and powerful in their articulation of brutal and tragic histories and fractured lives. My family's names and their fate are publicly placed, written in brass and set in stone. So private grief, private sadness and public statement can serve as a constant reminder that we may never let brutal times of persecution and inhumanity ever happen again. We, volunteers from the Stolperstein, we share your private grief as best we can. But the public statement, never again, is the reason for our work. And I can only say, never again in Germany, never again in Pittsburgh, never again. Amen. Amen.
Thank you. Vielen Dank. Und jetzt, der Rabbi?
Yeah. Biographies.
Sorry, Shabbat Abel.
Raya Springer and her future husband, Beyer Aizek, were both born on February 17, 1878 in Poland, and both had a Polish citizenship. They were married in Nowy Sad in Poland around the turn of the century. Together they had 7 children: Moses, Ruby, Hirsch, Rachel, Jakob, Bine and Perla. The family moved to Berlin in 1905, where they lived in Markusstraße on the north side of the river, not far from the Janowitz Bridge. In 1910, Mayor Eijsik-Schichter opened a tailoring business in a nearby street. 15 years later, he combined the business premises and the family's apartment at 10A Brückenstraße, south of it, but in the same area. The apartment had 6 rooms, 2 of which were used as a stockroom and a dispatch office. They lived here until 1938. Kaya was a housewife who probably also worked in the family business, as did her daughters Rachel, Bine and Perla, who, when they left school, worked as bookkeepers and salesgirls. Rachel, the eldest daughter, worked in her father's ladies' tailoring business until 1934, when the boycott of Jewish businesses prevented her from employing her in local. She decided to leave for Palestine and trained in preparation as a dietitian and cooked for mass catering in a class organized by the Jewish congregation. She emigrated to Palestine in December 1934. Shortly after the National Socialists came to power, Moses, Jacob and Hirsch also emigrated to Palestine. After she left a commercial college, Bine worked as a trainee in a large tailoring atelier and then entered her father's business as a saleswoman and bookkeeper. Her main tasks were dispatch and delivery to customers. Perla attended a Jewish girls' school until the 10th grade. In 1935, she too joined her father's business. On October 28, 1938, the police came to the family apartment and ordered Maya and Rubin to pack their bags and go to the railway station within the next few hours. From there, together with other Polish Jews, they were expelled to Poland. At the border, they were at first refused admission, and the Germans used force to get them across the border. A camp was improvised for the Jews who had been expelled from the German Reich in the border town of Spongin, where Maya and Rubin were also billeted. Raya and her daughters were also expelled shortly after the mill. The family met up at Spongin and stayed there for a few months. Raya and her daughters then moved on to Tarnów. By the end of 1939, Maya, Raya and their daughters Bine and Perla had settled in Tarnów. What then happened is not known. The official sources state that Maya was murdered in Belzec's extermination camp. Raya, Bine and Perla were deported to an unknown destination. At the end of 1943, the National Socialists, the Germans, declared Tarnów to be so-called free of Jews. So we can conclude that Raya, Perla and Bine will not have outlived that year. Rubin, the second son of the family, returned to Berlin in 1939 to dispose of the family's belongings. As ordered by the government, he also applied to the county court for the family firm to be put into liquidation. He closed down the firm on March 22, 1939 and registered the closure with the court to take effect on April 1st, 1939. The firm then was so-called Aryanized. Rubin succeeded in fleeing with his wife Paula and their son Ariel to Belgium. There they entrusted their son to a Christian family. Aijsik-Sכטer became Henri Lefebvre. He survived the Nazi occupation in Brussels and later moved to London. His parents were found and arrested. Rubin was arrested by the Brussels Gestapo and interned in the transit camp Malines Mechelen in Belgium on April 29, 1944. He and his wife were deported to Auschwitz in May 1944. It is not clear from the records whether Paula Schächter died in Auschwitz or on one of the death marches. Her son Henry writes in his autobiography that his mother worked in a kitchen in Auschwitz and was deported from there to Bergen-Belsen, where she died of typhus 3 days before the camp was liberated. And this version is supported by the Red Cross International Tracing Service. Rubin was deported from Auschwitz to the concentration camp Groß-Rosen, and from there on February 13, 1945 to the Flossenbürg concentration camp. He died there on March 2nd, 1945.
Thank you.
I'll say something.
No, you say.
Ja.
Zunacht möchte ich Christine, Nils und Christian und alle anderen danken, die diese Veranstaltung möglich gemacht haben. Ich hatte nie gedacht, dass ich 79 Jahre nach meiner Geburt hier in meiner Geburtsstadt stehen würde. Viele, viele Danke zu allen, weil das Moment zu kommen. Es ist mir wirklich herzlich. I'd like to thank Ophir, where is he? Ophir? Oh, he's there behind the camera. Because for anybody in Ivritit, for anybody who can organize 9 Israelis to come to one spot, it's a miracle. But he did it, He brought 9 people here for this commemoration. And my daughter Hope and I, it's a wonderful, wonderful moment which can never be forgotten. I want to thank everybody from the family in Israel to have come all this way. And for our rabbi, where is he? Me. Oh, for our rabbi who's going to say Elman afternoon. Thank you very, very much. Okay? Yes. Thank you very much. So, you first? No. Are you going to light the candles? Yeah.
No.
Perhaps I just quickly say to myself, my father was born in Germany, so I have roots here. I've lived now in Germany for 20 years and worked here. ינוחו בשלום ושלום שלא ידעו בחייהם ועל הרחמים הסתירים בסתר כנפיך לעולמים ועזרו בצבא החיים את חוכמתם אדוני ונחלתם ינוחו בשלום על משכבם ונאמר אמן.
יזכרה שמי רב, אמן. יום ובבור, יוסעים וסעים, חיים למכון, חי כל בית ישראל. כל בזמן קריב, אמן. יהי רבה רבה, חלמן מיה. יזברך וישתבח ויזמור, יזכרום יזנסה. ישרה וישרה ושלום שמי וקודשם בריחו. יונו עובר מלכות רוסו ושרוסו, תשבח רוסו ודחמסו. תמירו מעל מוביל, אמן. יהי שלום רב ובשור רב, חיים כל בולנו כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. אז שלום ואמרו אמן, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Ich habe keinmal Deutsch gelernt. Aber meine Eltern kamen ans Deutschland. Und sie haben unter sich Deutsch gesprochen. Meine Großeltern waren auch und wussten keine Worte Hebräisch. So, ich stehe hier heute auf, um zu danken. Danke an die Menschen, denen es etwas bedeutet. Danke an diese, die keine Zeit und nur Bescheid haben, wo wir danken, unsere Familie herauszufinden und zu dokumentieren. Sehr schätzen wir den Einsatz von Marie, Christian, Maria und Nils. Sie haben uns alle ihnen vorliegende Informationen geschickt. Wir haben von ihnen Dinge über unsere Familie erfahren, die wir nicht wussten. Es ist für uns ein aufregender und bedeutungsvoller Tag, der wir bei uns einen starken Eindruck für lange Zeit hinterlassen wird. Wenn wir nach Hause zurückkehren, werden wir unsere Kinder und Enkelkinder mit der Geschichte der Familie Eייזיק-שכטר bereichern können. Vielen herzlichen Dank. Ich will auch danken unserem kleinen Sohn, Ophir, dass, wenn er das nicht aufgemacht, werden wir nicht hier heute.
Amen, Amen.